at Hollywood Monster are the largest signage contractor and wide format printers in the Birmingham region. Our skilled craftspeople provide clients in London, Manchester and across the UK with a range of graphics and digitally printed products, from A4 signboards and banners to the largest building rapport structure. We are experts in consultancy, project management and planning, and offer a bespoke service from supply only to a fully experienced safe installation service that is insured. For further information, please contact us on 0121 764 3222 or visit our website at www.hollywoodmonster.co.uk.
Sports Radio Birmingham.
The Tilton Talk Show on Sports Radio Birmingham.
Last week it was all doom and gloom in the studio. 7 days and 2 home wins later, euphoria has set in. Here on the Tilton Talk Show, the voodoo at home has been broken. Blues winning the league for the first time at St Andrews for 319 days. Round one of the Carling Cup, Cambridge hold Blues to a draw. However, we managed to scrape through in extra time. Blues rumoured to be bought by Rihanna, I think not. Still no sale. Is Panu to become a thing of the past? Ipswich up next at home. Can we keep this impressive home unbeaten run going? I will be there to see. As a fan, are you happy? Just another week being a Birmingham City fan. And that's the big question. Are you happy? Are you happy with the start of the season? Greetings, Ollie. How you doing?
Good afternoon.
It's good to see you again. And Mr. Chris Brown, nicely shaven, I see. You've even dyed your hair for the occasion.
I'm just naturally gorgeous.
It's a bit of a blue rinse section.
The blue rinse, a purple tint.
Yeah, purple tint.
No Gabriel tonight, unfortunately. He's twisted his ankle. Poor lad. But have you seen the size of my knee, Chris? Have you seen the size of my knee?
I've seen it.
And I've just travelled 50 odd miles to get here.
Not walking.
No commitment. Get well soon, buddy. Hope you're all right. Hope you're listening in anyway. I'm sure you are. Right. So the big question tonight then on the Tilton Talk Show is start of the season. It's happened. 3 games in, 1 loss, 1 draw and a win in extra time, and an impressive win on Saturday. Are you happy, Ollie?
Very happy.
You are.
Yeah.
It's a different mood today, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
I just wanted not to do it last week.
What's that?
I didn't want to.
It was horrible.
Yeah, it was just like, oh God, why?
Slightly more upbeat this week.
Yeah, definitely. What about your thoughts? Are you happy, Chris?
Yeah, I'm fairly happy.
Reasonably happy? Fairly happy?
Unbeaten at home.
Unbeaten at home. That's just not been able
Can
to
you
say
remember
that.
ever saying that?
No, God, I've got goosebumps again.
For you?
Under McLeish, yeah, we were unbeaten for almost a year.
19, was it? 19 at home in the Premier League, I
Yeah,
believe.
but we've erased that from history, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. But really want you to put some comments on the shout box tonight. Ollie's in charge of it, so keep him busy. And that's the big question. Are you happy as a Birmingham City fan? We'll come back to that in a few minutes. Okay. We're running a competition all the way through this football season, and the competition is guess the attendance and guess the score. If you get within 100 of the attendance, either way, and guess the score right, we're gonna issue you with a very nice prize. We don't know what that prize is.
We've got some
yet, do we?
prizes, actually.
We've got a box full.
I've actually got a brand new coat, still with the label on there. If we put that up, if you want.
Shall we put that on?
There you go.
It's a photograph it and put
It's
it
a
on.
nice
Yeah,
one,
it's a
nice
Diodora
one. Yeah.
Birmingham City blue coat. Okay, so that's going to be the first prize. What we've got to do is guess the attendance within 100 either way, and guess a prediction of the correct
There's
score.
a price label on it. Just to
Price
prove.
label on this coat was £50, so it's a £50 coat. Okay, so that's
Never been worn.
a cracking price. It will be worn in a minute. I'm going to put it on. It is a cracking price. So all you've got to do is guess within 100 either way on the attendance for up and coming games, and guess the right score. You've got to have the score absolutely right, but the attendance has got to be within 100. Now, first game that we did this on, obviously we weren't about before the Middlesbrough game, so the first game that we did this was Cambridge at home, and Chris, you guessed 6,800. You were wrong.
Yep.
Ollie, 8,642. You were wrong. Blue George, 9,000. He's getting closer. Capo, 6,000. He was a mile out. Yeah, I didn't see him there either. Gabriel was 9,000. Me was 10,500. And Hobbs was 8,981. The actual attendance was 9,816, and the result was 3-1. So no winners that week. Okay, no one. So, in the first half of the show this week, then, what we're going to do is we're going to ask you also to predict the results for tomorrow night's game and the home attendance at St Andrews. So, again, if you could keep Ollie busy by writing down your prediction for both the attendance and the home game tomorrow against Ipswich, then there's a £50 coat in the offering, because nobody won it on the Cambridge game. So, let's have a look at the Brighton game then on Saturday. The attendance for that was 14,955, and the result was 1-0 to the Blues. Nobody predicted the right score at all. However, Gabriel was only 45 out in his prediction for the crowd, and he predicted 15,000. So 14,955, and he predicted a 1-2. Chris, you went 0-2 to Brighton. Ollie, you were a bit more optimistic with a 1-1. Gabriel was a 1-2 defeat. Me was a 1-1. Capo was the only one who predicted a win, actually, with a 2-0, 15,500 though. George, 13,500 with a 1-1, and Hobber, 16,676 with a 0-1. Okay, anything coming through on the shout box then? Are fans happy? That's the first
Capo's
thing
happy.
Capo's happy.
Yeah.
He's always happy.
Yeah, he says, I'm happy with being a Birmingham City fan. I feel like hopefully the team will gel together nicely for the rest of the season. Let's not get too hopeful.
No, he's very right there. But what I did see was some encouraging signs in Donaldson and the chap Davis that we've just taken on from Wolves. I met Smithy at half time in the Cambridge game, Paul Smith, And we had a very big difference of opinion on the performance, which I thought the first half was absolutely chronically awful. I thought it was pretty dire. We were playing Cambridge, who have only just been promoted into the Football League, and I don't think that the performance first half there was anywhere near of the quality that I was expecting to see. However, I did see some good signs in them too. And then going 1-0 up, of course, that was great. And then 1-1, and you're thinking, oh, God, here we go. You know, the doom from Monday continues. But then it picked up in the second half of the second of extra time, and quite an impressive win then at the end, 3-1, I think. Even though it was, you know, we have to take it was just Cambridge, but they were up for it. You know, it was perhaps their cup final.
Yeah, it was their cup final, first game back in the Football League, you know, in the League Cup.
And their fans certainly let us know, didn't they?
Yeah, I didn't stop singing for the whole game, did they? No.
And what did we do? Muster up 3 songs in the Tilton Road, I think, between us.
Yeah, it was quite poor, to be honest.
Yeah. However, onwards and upwards. You know, the win was the win. That was a key thing, and I think that gelled a few of the players together, and helped sort them out for Saturday. Let's hope that the Tom Adiami debacle was the reason that we didn't perform very well at Middlesbrough, and let's push on from there. You know, it's tomorrow night now. It's a massive game at St Andrews. Ipswich at home. So anybody with your predictions and your attendance for that one. So Ollie, I'll take yours first if you like.
I'm just putting the prize up actually. So
okay.
2 minutes long.
I'm going to go 1-1 for the Ipswich game.
1-1. Yep.
Would you like the attendance?
Attendance, please. Yep.
13,250.
250. Chris.
I'm going to go for a 2-0 win.
A 2-0 win to the Blues.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. And your attendance predictions? We won't actually keep the coat. We just do it for fun here. It's just,
I'm going to go. Well, if we win it, we can donate it to our
absolutely.
I'm going to go for 13,870.
870. And I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Birmingham. And 14,212. 14,212. Anybody else on the shout box coming in?
Just Capo at the moment. 2-1 to Blues
2-1.
with an attendance of 11,500.
11,500. Don't forget, Capo, you were very low last week on your 6,000 prediction when we got over 9, well, just under 10,000, so you were nearly 4,000 out on that one. Let's hope you're 4,000 out on that one tomorrow too.
And the picture of the coat is on the page now.
Picture of the coat is on the page, so yeah.
It's on the shout box. There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Capo's asked what size is the coat.
It's
not
too
your
big
size,
for him.
Capo.
No. It's a man size.
It's a man coat.
We'll make it fit you, don't worry.
Oh, don't worry, we'll wrap it around you twice, kid. So yeah, let's have some predictions then, guys, for tomorrow's game against Ipswich. We're going to take this one all the way through till half time here. We'll keep reminding you of that then. If any come in, Chris, that you see as well.
We've got one from Chris BCLFC. I believe that's Chris Pugh, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
He's gone for Ipswich to win 2-1.
Negative.
Negative, Chris.
Negative.
Negative.
And
yeah.
the attendance 13,784.
784. That's the last point I'll buy you, Chris.
George Blue has gone for Blues to win 2-1.
George Blue. 2-1, yep.
And his attendance 11,990.
990 after 2 home wins as well. I can see it being a bit more than that, Georgie boy. However, we'll see. It will pan out tomorrow night. Now, as far as I'm aware, there's 2 of my kids coming with me tomorrow night, so looking forward to that. Always, I just can't wait to get in the car. I love coming over here. I love driving to Birmingham anyway. It's just my favourite trip in the whole wide world. But when there's a game on, it's just that, and you know, you're rattling out "We Are the Lads from the Tilton" on the CD player as loud as you possibly can on the way down. Okay, any more?
Just a little bit more. Gabriel said, "I think we'll beat Ipswich 2-0. Their away record is poor and may have half an eye on the Norwich match on Saturday. That home win against Brighton will give us a massive boost." And George Blue said, "How did I get on with my attendance?" What
was your attendance, George
Blue?
George Blue's attendance for last week's. Blue George, you predicted 9,000 at the Cambridge game, with 9,816 being the total. Not far off. I predicted 10,500, so I think I'm just a little bit closer. Yeah, just a little bit closer.
Can we change Capo's attendance to 13,500?
Nope. Once you've written it on that chat box, it stays there. That's it.
It's written in dust.
Can't change your mind. Written in dust. And George, you predicted 13,500 for the Brighton game, and the actual attendance was 14,955. So I'm afraid on both You've been low. Bid low.
Chris said he's going to buy you loads of beer.
Gabriel,
at the bar,
bless him. Gabriel, I do need your prediction for the attendance if you're in the competition in chance for the coat. So that's entirely up to you, matey.
I said 14,000. Gabriel was.
Oh, I see. Right, thank you very much indeed. 14,000. Anybody else want to have a go at this competition? It is a great coat, £50 with there's a picture up on the shout box. All you got to do is predict the score and predict the attendance, get it within 100 either way, and you'll be proclaimed our winner of the week. Okay, so the Cambridge game then, did you go?
Yeah, I was there.
Cracking. Did you go, Chris?
No, I didn't.
No, I did.
No,
I did. Went with two of my lads, and they stood. Sorry, I shouldn't say that they stood in front of me in the Tilton, but I can't sit down and walk out. I can't do it.
I suppose they're taller than you, aren't they? As well?
No, they would have stepped down, so it didn't really make any difference. But we were right at the back of the Tilton. There's like a square area that there's no seats there, so it's quite handy just to stand there by a post. But I thought the first half performance was pretty poor. What about yourself?
I don't think it was that bad. Yeah, they had more shots than we'd have liked at goal.
Yeah, they certainly didn't they?
Yeah, and the only reason they scored was because Gunning had to come off injured and Spectre had to fill in at centre-back. I don't think he'd have done as bad a job at defending for the goal, because it was quite poor.
Right, okay. Whereabouts were you sat?
In the Cop.
In the Cop.
Yeah, about
maybe
halfway.
I'll just get a different perspective of it, right at the back of the Tilton. I don't know. I haven't got my glasses on, but it's only me. I thought it was a poor performance first half. What do you think? Put yours on the shout box if you wish, but don't forget, predictions and scores. £50 coat in the offing this week here on the Tilton Talk Show, sponsored by JS Spooner Contracts Limited, and of course our decent friends at Hollywood Monster, who make beautiful signs. Yeah. Okay, right, okay, so are you happy? Any reaction coming through from that? Anybody else?
Not at the moment.
I better not keep the front of that computer, I'll turn everything off.
What was the atmosphere like?
At the Cambridge game,
the Cambridge game?
There wasn't any. The Cambridge fans were incredible from start to finish, but there wasn't any. There was
1,000, wasn't there?
Yeah, 1,000. Yeah.
It's good tournament.
Yeah. Like I say, I met Smithy at half time, and I said, "Well, I said to him, this is the worst performance I've seen this season." Well, it was, but it was also the best performance I'd seen that season. So the fans were on form, theirs were, and the Tilton felt quiet. Then in the second period, half time, Blues defeated this newly promoted Cambridge United to the Football League, and for once the Blues fans went home happy. And next up then, the Black Cats, a return for Seb Larson in the next round as Blues take on the Black Cats of Sunderland, where we've drawn them at home in that debacle that they called a draw. Can anybody tell me why the Carling Cup? It's still the Carling Cup. It'll always be the Carling Cup. Why the Carling Cup is seeded? Why is it seeded?
That's right, yeah. Why?
What are they doing to football?
I don't know. Well, I think it might be to make sure the bigger teams get through, so it's more entertaining. Because
it's not more entertaining. I like to see the little boys knock out the big boys. That's what the game's.
Well,
that's why I like the FA Cup so very much.
If they seed it, that means you're more likely to see those sort of games, I suppose. Like MK Dons playing Man United, and that might not have happened. It could have been.
But there were only certain teams that were seeded, though, weren't there?
Well, it's the teams that finished highest last season. They were seeded, and the lower ones were unseeded.
Yeah, don't act at me. Sorry, but I don't get it. Draw a competition, fair and square, ball out the hat. And what happened with the draw? I didn't actually see the draw. I saw Twitter going mad about the debacle of the draw. Did you actually watch it?
Well, they didn't tell anyone that they'd already drawn out the I think they drawed out the seeded teams already, but they didn't tell anyone. So we all saw one team was already drawn, but it was quite confusing because they didn't say that. So
I tell you what, leave it alone. Don't mess with it. Put the balls in the hat. Pick them out one by one.
Yeah.
Any reaction, Chris?
Chris has said seeded so that we don't have a repeat of the Bradford in the final. As they made a mockery of the competition, really?
Why? Why would they make a mockery of the? They got there on their own merits, fair and square. They won every single game. They knocked a certain team out on the way.
Day for them,
It's a great day out for the supporters. What is the problem? Why? I genuinely, Chris, I can't understand that one. One. Justify yourself, my friend. Justify yourself.
For the romance, it was great, but I suppose for the people at the top that run the competition, they wanted a big team in there so they could get more TV money out of it and all that sort of thing. And I don't think
down to the same old, money word.
It's money,
money.
Always money.
Money. Anybody else with any more predictions, please?
Oh yes, let's have some more predictions.
While you're looking at those,
George has said it's the Capital One Cup, isn't it?
I know it's the Carling Cup. It'll always be the Carling Cup.
Oh,
2011.
Until we win it again.
2011. Yeah, till we win it again. Another 50 years.
Going back to the game, Gabriel said, going forward, we moved the ball quickly and did the right things, trying to break Cambridge down. Defensive, a bit shaky. Yeah. George said, regarding the atmosphere, he said, I noticed it took most of the match till we broke into a good rendition of Keep Right On.
It did.
There you go, that's it. Yeah, but the big teams play weak teams.
I know. That's why I don't understand it. What's the problem with Bradford getting through to a cup final? They filled the stadium, didn't they?
Yeah.
I'm sure pretty much the same amount of TV coverage was given to it, and the same amount of people actually watched the actual final itself, because I'm sure that a lot of people wanted Bradford to go on and win it, especially after they dumped the scumbags out of the cup.
There's a bit of a difference between Man United being in the final.
Who cares about Man United? I don't care.
For the TV audience.
I don't care one tiny jot about Man United. I am so glad that Man United got beat the weekend against Swansea. Why don't they start seeding the Premier League then? You know.
Chris has come back on your arguments.
Yeah, go for it.
Agreed, but they lost 5-0 in the main showpiece. Great for neutrals, but cannot charge £100 plus at Wembley to see a one-sided affair.
Yeah.
I don't think the Bradford City fans would have.
No,
they wouldn't have given that up for anything. But
no, I wouldn't. Look, I wouldn't have given the Carling Cup final up for anything. You know,
and that could have happened for us as well.
That is written and etched into the memory of me for the rest of my life, and I'm sure many thousands of the Birmingham City fans who, put their heart and soul into supporting the team. And I'm not talking about the 10 or 20,000 that turned up just because it's a day out. I'm talking about hardcore, proper supporters who listen into the show for a start, and who turn up here and who go to games. I know I can't get to as many games as I want. That's always been known because of the patterns that I work. But I'm always there in heart and spirit every single Saturday, without a doubt. And for me, to have been seeded out of the Carling Cup would have been a debacle, to be honest with you. And after all, we took Arsenal at that Carling Cup final. We took them and we beat them fair and square. 2 cracking goals, right? Okay, one was a mistake in the 89th minute by their goalkeeper, but we walked downstairs. All right, we lifted that trophy, and I saw it, and you saw it, and you saw it, and you people out there saw it. And seeding may well have not allowed us to get that far into the competition and to go ahead and win it. Anyway, that's my rant. Anything else?
Back to our predictions. There's another one comes from Oliver B.
Ollie B,
who is actually my nephew.
Oh, right, okay.
He's gone for 1-1.
1-1.
13,000. 482.
It's simple, people. All you got to do is put your predictions on the shout box for the Ipswich game. We'll be covering off the Brentford away game in the second half for predictions for that one. But all I want at the moment is the Ipswich at home tomorrow, and you're in the chance for winning a £50 blue coat photographed and put up on the shout box. In all its glory. Okay, lowly little team called Salisbury City. They can't play football at the minute. I know it's nothing to do with Birmingham City, but it's a subject that's very close to my own heart.
There is a slight link.
There is a slight link, yeah. And the reason they can't, there are ownership issues with the club. And the guy that passed the fit and proper persons test, which is dished out by our friends, the FA, I know what that stands for, Football Association, and they passed the fit and proper persons test just on an email address. No bank credit details, no nothing. One email address passed the fit and proper persons test at the FA. Now the FA won't let Salisbury City play any of their games, and they've kind of washed their hands with it. And until such time as the court cases to find out who does actually own the club are finally finished, which could be months, the club could well go bust. So well done to the FA for making such a wonderful thing of this fit and proper persons test.
But it's nothing we already know, is it?
But I just like to highlight it and bring it to people's attention what our FA are doing. Not only to what they did to our club, but look at the clubs around us that are in a mess. Coventry City, it runs through, and the FA are to blame, in my opinion. But there you are. And that's only my opinion. That's not Sports Radio's opinion. That's my personal opinion. So if they want to see me, hey, I'll give them my home address or my email address. They use email addresses wisely.
You might get a football club if you do.
George Blue said, seeding is daft because why give the top 5 even more chances to make it?
Exactly. And to make more money. And to make more money. You know, so I'm right on this one. I'm having
Stick
it.
to your guns.
Mate, I tell you what, I hate it. I hate the way football's going. I hate it. I hate the amount of money that's in football. I hate what they're doing to it. Why can't they just leave it alone? You know, don't fix what's not broken. It wasn't broken, but it is broken now because of people like the FA. Right, okay, Brighton at home then, Ollie. Go on, give us it.
Well, when I was coming home, I was really happy that we won. But then when I was thinking about it afterwards. I was like, well, that was actually quite a convincing win. You know, to get us out of that bad home form. I thought we'd just scrape a win somewhere, but it was really convincing, and we deserved to win it.
319 games without a win at home. 319 days without a game won at home. 10.5 months. How much more did we have to suffer? Huh?
Well, to actually break the record, because we only got the joint record in the end.
Well,
did we?
For the longest home
unbeaten run.
Yeah.
Really? Who else?
I'm not sure, but I'm sure it would.
Try and find out. Try and find out before the end of the show. Yeah. So what was your take on the game then as a whole? First half, second half.
Well, Brighton were quite solid at the back. So in the first half, you know, we were restricted to just long range efforts. Really, you know, we didn't really. Either keeper didn't really get tested. Mm-hmm. In the second half, almost straight away, Cottrell put that great ball into Thomas. It's a great ball in. Have you seen the?
I have, yes. Yeah.
Couldn't have put it any better.
Who was on the ball just a split second before it was passed to Cottrell?
Caddis.
Poor Caddis. I rest my case.
Caddis. Everything about that win was Paul Caddis.
yeah, absolutely.
Although his inclusion in the team did actually, you know, I thought that was quite a good idea by Clark in the end. I wasn't too sure at the start,
right?
But then, it's like I remember last week you were saying Caddis should have been in the team, so he proved that you were right.
Thank you. I love it, Chris. Do I win a coat? I'll have yours, Ollie.
I'm only wearing shorts, so I'll be freezing on the way back.
Any reaction coming in on the shout box, Chris?
We need to flick back a bit there.
Yeah, no problem. We can do
that's the FA though. Through and through. Interesting, the Premier League, not what's best for English football as a whole.
Or grassroots, or anything else. Yeah.
George Blue says, I'm glad about missing out on that record. We'd have never heard it, the last of it, from the historians.
Of course, yeah, they like their history, them people.
Oh, they do, yeah.
How many years is it now? Is it 18, 19, 20, 19?
20, I think.
Is it 20?
They haven't won a trophy in my lifetime, so
right.
I'm quite happy about that.
They've won a catering award, which I keep reminding everyone, which is impressive. That's
impressive,
Chris.
It's
impressive. Yeah, we can cook, but we cannot win. Stoke City, what did you do to me the weekend, letting me down? I mean, Rotherham beat the Dingles, we won, and then Stoke go and do that, roll over. I gave a few of the locals a bit of stick on Saturday night, and just told them that you let me down. You just let me down. They couldn't answer. Anyway, it was great to see Panos Pavlakis, I believe his name is, writing after the Brighton game and giving credit to the Blues fans. That's the first we've heard from the board in a very long time, I think. So, who knows?
Still alive, are they?
So, first half or second half better for you than in the Brighton game? Going back to it.
Oh, definitely second half.
Second.
Yeah, we had a few chances, a lot more than the first half, and kept them out quite well as well. Only Randolph had a couple of free kicks to save, and that was about it.
How many supporters did they bring ish?
About 1,000.
About 1,000. About same as Cambridge.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Were they noisy?
Not really.
No. Were we noisy?
They didn't have much to shout about, but I had to stand in block 11, so very noisy.
You were in block 11? Lord, man after my own heart, boy. Man after my own heart. Love it.
My dad got the tickets, but I don't think he knew what he was getting himself into.
Did he?
Not really.
Love it. Bless him.
Caddis was brilliant in midfield, always positive and looked to drive forward. Credit where it's due. Clark got it right.
Clark did get it
There,
right.
says Gabriel.
What he did though, he played a 4-4-2. Which is what we want at home. We certainly want that away as well. With Donaldson and Davis up front, Thomas, beg your pardon, up front. You know, I mean that's the best probably partnership that we've got. Play them, play people in the right places at the right time. Cadiz, whoever, play them, but play them where they should be played. And you know, I'm looking forward to a season of that rather than the hit and miss that we had pretty much last year.
And Capo's just mentioned about Jonathan Spector. Now he's been getting a lot of stick for over the past few months.
He played quite well, apparently. Didn't he?
Yeah, he's
Capo's
fantastic.
giving him
throughout,
man of the match. So
I thought he was man of the match as well. Broke down everything well that Brighton created, and there was an interception just after we scored. They were through on goal, and made a great block tackle to stop them from scoring. They'd have definitely scored from it. So
good,
definitely
good, nice to see. I like Spector. I think he's got a lot of potential, that lad. Yeah, he's not very old either, is he?
No, I think he's 26.
Is he 26 old as that?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Oh. He looks young. You look young today, Chris.
Some of us
hair
do,
dyed.
I told you it's my blue rings.
And another player that played well, I thought, was Grant Hall, that we've got on loan from Tottenham.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw.
How long have we got him for?
For the season, with
season.
no recall as well.
Right, no recall, that's right, yeah, correct.
So, he looked really good on the ball when he was in defence, quite comfortable, and did everything he needed to, good in the air. It was the team he used to play for as well, in Brighton, so...
point to prove then?
Yeah, a little bit, because I think he went to Tottenham after that, so,
It's sad though, 14,000 at St Andrews.
Yeah, well, Portsmouth got more than that for their home game this weekend.
They did, didn't they?
Reminds me not.
Against Cambridge as well.
Yeah. Portsmouth v Cambridge got more than 14,955. Incredible. Look what's happened to our beautiful club.
Chris Pugh said, I must have tuned into the wrong station tonight. It's all positivity.
Chris, if you'd have been here with us last week, then you would have, the knives were on the table. We were about to take each other's arms off, let alone our own. So, but what a difference 7 days in football makes. You know, 2 home wins. Can you hear those words? 2 home wins. Huh? 2 home wins. What's going on?
The Clark Out Brigade, they've just disappeared.
But having said that, if you look at the predictions that we put down for last week, though, they were all pretty much negative. All right, and we've only got one person this week that are predicting Blues so far with the Ipswich game to lose, which is Chris BCL FLC with a 1-2. We've got 2 predicting a draw and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 predicting a home win so far. So you see what difference it actually makes to people's perception as well. Don't forget, people, you've got another 10 minutes now to get onto this. This is for a £50 coat. A blue Birmingham City coat. There's a picture of it being put up on the shout box. All you need to do is scroll back and have a look at it. And basically all you got to do is write in onto the screen your prediction for the attendance and the score for the Ipswich game only. This coming Tuesday, that's tomorrow night at St Andrews. I think it's £20 for a ticket, is it? Something like that?
Something like that,
I believe so, yeah. £20 for a ticket tomorrow night, so get yourselves down there. That's not a bad price, is it? In comparison to last year, you know, which was probably what a lot of the shows last year we were asking for these kind of prices to be branded around.
Unfortunately, I still think it's going to knock 2,000 or 3,000 people off.
Quite possibly. So all you got to do is predict the attendance for tomorrow night's game and the score. You've got to get the score right, but the attendance, as far as the attendance goes, you've got to be within 100 either way and a correct score to be in a chance to win this coat. If 2 people or 10 people or 20 people predict it correctly, then we'll draw them out of the hat. We'll put those into the hat and we'll draw them out of the hat. It's simple as that. But the coat's cracking. It's hanging up here on the peg.
It's a nice coat.
And there's a picture of it there. Any predictions coming in? Anything?
No.
Anybody?
No.
Okay, so you all go quiet. Right, okay. Cool. You don't want a coat? Winter's coming. Right. Where are we now? Okay, so we've just about covered Brighton. I tell you what, I'll go back to the Cambridge game, yeah? I walked down with the kids and I always like to get into the football ground early. And my youngest lad, Scott, was starving. He was busting for a burger. And I always like to go to the burger bar inside the Tilton Road entrance. And I said, no, come on. He was, we'll get one from me. We'll get one from me. I said, no, we'll have one inside, but we always have one from. I've got a little bit of a routine that I have to like stick to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And by the time we'd paid and sorted the ticket out and got through, there it was shut. Bit bad, really. We're 9.5, well, nearly 10,000 people there. To be honest with you, to have that closed.
Yeah, missed a trick with that one.
Certainly
Just
did.
all those calories you've saying.
Certainly did. No sweet shops. Didn't see a single sweet shop.
Yeah.
The burger van was shut. And then ended up having a pasty, a hot dog, 2 portions of chips, and I think that was £11.50 inside the ground.
Bet you were full after that, weren't you?
I didn't eat for a week. But no, I was served by the young lad with the blog who came.
I know, yeah.
Yes, yeah, he works in there.
Yeah.
He works in there anyways.
Yeah. Is that Chris?
I believe so.
Chris, isn't it? Yeah, Chris Pugh.
No, it's not. Was
No.
it Chris Pugh? Was it Chris Pugh? Chris,
I'm sure he works. He works at the. He does work at the Burger.
It was Chris. It was Chris.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't recognise him. Hello, Chris.
What do you want?
Euphoric. That's what I'm on. I'm on E. E for euphoria. Where's that first
Where's it gone?
35 minutes gone? Yeah, I know.
Almost, we're approaching half time already.
Listen in at half time, guys, because Chris, you're going to tell us all about a cracking song that you've picked for the half time draw this week.
I have. You're going to love it.
Go on.
I'm not going to tell you anything about
Nothing
it.
about it at all?
Nothing whatsoever. It's
So it's
been
gonna be a
picked
surprise.
by my little baby brother.
Okay. And how old's your little baby brother?
He's about 39. I think.
Oh, right. Okay, so he's not a little baby brother. Then.
He might be older than that.
Is he a blues fan?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, go
Chris
for it.
You'll like
replied,
it.
Chris, oh, mate, I'm sorry. Chris, I'm sorry.
What's he say?
I'm
no
sorry.
discount for you tomorrow night.
Discount? Discount? It was 11 quid. Couldn't believe it. Went back for more chips. Well, my son's a vegetarian and he won't go near anything that's had meat near it or what have you. And by the time he came back from going
Is
to
it
the loo, me and Scotty had ate most of his chips, so I had to go back and get another packet.
What's your son's name?
I've got Adam's my eldest,
Right, okay.
Luke's the next one, then Scott, and then a daughter
I must
Rebecca.
be Luke. Yeah.
And 3 lovely grandchildren, Lila, Ava, who's a blue nose, Lila's a blue nose, and Zachary, who's a Stoke fan. I won't interfere. I can't.
What are you doing?
It's his dad. Oh, and
Have
I'm
you
not. I'm
have
not.
him about it? Come on.
I'll be taking him the blues soon. Don't you worry. So I'm just going to take him out of the town for the day. down the blues. Fit him out.
Once you go, you're hooked, and he'll hate you for the rest of his life.
Would you do that out there to your own grandson? Would you? You know, if my daughter's other half is an absolute staunch Stoke fan, right? And their baby, little Zachary, lovely little lad, bless him, is dressed up in his Stoke gear. If you were granddad, would you take him to the blues? Can I nod profusely?
First game after he's born.
But I can't interfere. I just feel that way because I wouldn't have wanted anybody to interfere with my kids. Now, one of my children, turned up at a family birthday party, and we'd left him with Nan and Grandad, and he dressed him in a Wolves kit. I absolutely flew. I went mental. So I know exactly how it feels. Right? Luckily, Luke has grown up to be an absolute through and through blue nose, and but it destroyed me that day. Took a part of my essence away. Get him out! I was livid. I'm joking. I rarely blow off the handle, but that night, whoosh, mad. Anyway, what are you going to tell me about Lincoln City?
Oh, well, there was a problem with their coach, I think it was, on Saturday, and they were playing Barnet, so it's quite a trek. So they all had to make their own way there on trains, and because they couldn't get the tactics board on the train, they weren't sure how to set up show the players the tactics, and they had a few bags of jelly babies left. So they got the bags of jelly babies and put the team out for the set pieces and things like that with jelly babies.
They just love football sometimes when these things happen. Sorry, what was the reason they had to get the train?
I think it's something to do with the coach or an
Right,
accident
okay.
on the motorway or
Oh,
something
right,
like that. So,
right. But yeah, what a great story.
But fancy admitting it as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, they won, so
Oh well, it's worked.
yeah, they said they might do it again, I think.
Yeah.
So
Who knows?
In the second half of the show, we've got Capo coming on today.
We have, yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Second
yeah,
half of the show, then we're going to be taking predictions for the Brentford away game on Saturday. Don't write in with them just yet because we're not ready, but we'll be doing that, like I say, in the second half of the show. And do listen in at half time. Keep your ears open at half time. If you go and make your cup of tea or go and get your beer out of your fridge, there is a cracking tune coming up. I don't know anything about it personally myself, but I'm just going by Chris's word. Recommended by his Blue Nose brother. Badang. Okay, so just a couple of other stories just off Blues, but on football. Tell our lovely listeners all about this crazy situation at PSG.
Oh, well, I can't remember who they were playing. I think
No, I can't.
Bastia or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were playing away to another French team, and there was an argument on the pitch, and Brando, I think the player is for the opposition to PSG, was waiting in the tunnel because of this argument for Thiago Motta. And as he came into the tunnel, he walked over to him and headbutted him on the nose. And then the second that he did that, he ran away into his dressing room before Motta could get to him. And apparently he's got a broken nose because of it.
Now, PSG are calling for a lifetime ban for this player. I'll just put that back and say then, well, Suarez should also have had a lifetime ban then in that instance. I don't think anybody can call for a lifetime ban. Yeah, it's not the right thing to do. The guy should be arrested and charged with assault. That's it, because that's what it is. It's basically assault. As should have Suarez been charged with assault, right? And I think that until such time as we bring that in and take the football has its own rules law out of the game, right? English law is English law. It's set in statute books. You headbutt somebody, you're going to be on a charge. That's it. Arrested, put in a police cell, kept there for 48 hours or however long, and then charged accordingly, and then dealt with through the courts.
And people say, football's different when you're on the pitch. There's different rules, but this headbutt was off the pitch.
It was actually in the tunnel, wasn't it?
Yeah. So what's the difference between that and me doing it to you now?
The difference between you doing it to me now is if you did it to me now, I'd probably snap. Okay, and then just give us the other funny story of the week. Then the heads up on the West Ham sham that was.
It's well, we shouldn't condone it because he's going to get a stadium ban now for apparently 10 years. But a West Ham fan ran onto the pitch during the game against Tottenham, and Tottenham were about to take a free kick, and as he was running across the pitch, he decided to actually shoot from the free kick. Mm-hmm. And I tell you what, it wasn't a bad effort. We should sign him up.
Did the goalkeeper get to save it?
Yeah, it was going in the top corner, and the keeper saved it. And the best bit about it actually was the whole of the wall turned around to see, just in case, or was that going in? That was brilliant.
Now, where would football laws have stood had the whistle been blown for that free kick to have been taken? Do you know?
Wow, it's a outside agent, wouldn't it? Like the beach ball, so it doesn't count.
Anybody out there know?
Yeah. Good question.
So if the whistle had actually been blown for the ball to be in play and a supporter kicked it into the net, what would happen? Any referees out there that can clarify the law on that one for me?
Well, I don't think he'd have been very happy with himself because he's a West Ham fan and they'd have gone 1-0 down because of it.
Cracking comment, mate. Love it. Right, guys, we're going to take half time now. We've been telling you about this cracking song apparently that's coming up. Listen in and see you in 5.
You're listening to the only blues show on the planet.
The Tilton Talk Show on Sports Radio Birmingham.
We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Birmingham's the team down at St Andrews. We are all supporters of our team. We chant a super blues, ringing all around. Now all you blue boys know what we mean. We
I don't sound like a brummie. Some people eat their dinner while I just eat my tea, 'cause I'm just a black country chap and I don't sound like a brummie. I wake up every day, it's a nightmare. I've got no six pack, got no hair. I'm skint but I don't make a fuss. I ain't got a car so I gotta catch a bus. People round here, they just all look complaining. Too bloody hot if it ain't pissing raining. And I'm fat but I don't give a toss. Drink like a fish and I ate like an oss. Some people say I'm yam yam, and that I sound funny, but I'm just a black country chap and I don't sound like a brummie. Some people eat their dinner while I just eat my tea, 'cause I'm just a black country chap and I don't sound like a brummie. I can laugh but y'all could offend me. I'm proud to be a part of Wednesbury, 'cause one thing we hate is fake, and I ain't thick, it's just the way that I spake. I was brought up on park benches, drinking cider, chatting up the wenches, getting drunk till the sky got dark, and the coppers come and kick us off the park. Some people say I'm yam yam, and that I sound funny, but I'm just a black country chap and I don't sound like a brummie. Some people eat their dinner while I just eat my tea, 'cause I'm just a black country chap and I don't sound like a brummie. Now and then I get a chance to fly away, so I get a package deal for an holiday, and folks say where you from, 'cause it sounds like Birmingham. I say let's get one thing straight, I'm from the black country mate, and there ain't a lot you can do when yam 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 through and through. Some people say I'm yam yam, and that I sound funny, but I'm just a black country chap and I don't sound like a brummie. Some people eat their dinner while I just eat my tea, 'cause I'm just a black country chap and I don't sound like a brummie. Some people say I'm yam yam, and that I sound funny, but I'm just a black country chap and I don't sound like a brummie. Some people eat their dinner while I just eat my tea, 'cause I'm just a black country chap and I don't sound like a brummie. Some people call yam yam yam, man that I sound funny, but I'm just a black country chap and I don't sound like a brummie. Some people eat their dinner while I just eat my tea, but I'm just a black country chap.
That was the 54321 talk. Down there you go from the Tilton Talk Show, sponsored by JS Spooner and of course our good friends Hollywood Monster. And if you want to sponsor us for anything, because we all need it, or you know anybody out there that's looking to sponsor somebody, then we're well up for it. Oh, yes. Ollie, breaking news, go for it.
Wow. I was going to say that Burnley are winning 1-0, but it's now 1-1.
Oh my life, 2 goals in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you brought us up, and then we're back down again.
Well, that's what Blue's going to do to us
Blues.
tomorrow, aren't they?
Oh, they've always done it.
Bring us up, and then they're going to
better
bring
not
us
let us
down.
down, mate. They better not let us down tomorrow. Capo, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you, young man?
I'm better this week than I was last week.
Yeah, me too, mate. Me too. A little bit more upbeat this week. I don't know whether you can tell.
Well, yeah, it's got to be done.
Where were you at the Cambridge game?
I was at the front of Block 11.
I went looking for you.
I wasn't looking for you either.
I was I said I went looking for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wasn't looking for you. I was hiding from you.
I was at the back. I was at the back of Block 11. I'd actually got my glasses on as well, so I could see this week. So nothing worse. Nothing worse than forgetting your glasses when you go to football. Okay, buddy, what you been up to for this week then?
Well, I went to the Brighton game, and I'll just say, did you hear the backboard being smashed to death in Block 13?
I wasn't there. Did you
Yes.
hear it, Ollie?
Yeah, I did actually.
Well, that was me.
Make no admissions on air.
Well, yeah, but you know, the steward was laughing, so it was all good. It was all good. I didn't get told off.
Good lad.
But I posted a status on one of the pages asking because a lot of people heard it and recognised because I was doing the drum beat to what a lot of teams, when they have drums, they do this. It's known as the European beat, and it fits to pretty much every song. So every time we were singing a song, I was drumming this beat, and then people were saying, "Oh, well, if we ever get a drum, you'll be on it." Blah blah blah. So that was a bit of fun, but my hands are still hurting.
Yeah, never a good idea, is it?
No.
Okay, so you had fun then, at least.
Well, yeah, until I had to run. If you don't know me, well, if you do, you'll know that for my birthday I got a new flag, and I adore this flag. It's literally sitting right next to me as we speak.
I've just seen it on Snapchat 2 minutes ago.
No, the other one. I've got the other one, the bigger one that I got for my birthday.
All right, okay, snap me that one in a minute, then, could I?
Hung it right next to my brother's flag. You're in the front of Block 11.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm at the back of Block 13, so I can see it clearly. And as the game was progressing, I saw someone walking across, trying to pull the flag down. So I've run straight down to the Block 11, and they've run off, and then I've had to pull the flag down because you just can't trust anyone these days.
Certainly can't, matey. Not with stuff like that, you can't. No, they'll sadly have it away. Your own supporters as well. You know, your own supporters, your own back doorstep, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, there you go. At least you've got it, mate.
At least I've still got it, yeah.
That's the main thing. Did you ever find that other flag you lost last year?
No.
No, it's still gone.
Still missing.
Yeah, the big one.
Oh, well.
If you're thinking like what the club have got, it's probably sitting in the Gil Maricopa.
Did you see my my tweet about the flag on the top of St Andrews on the top of the Cop?
No.
Have a look on my Twitter. Yeah, have a look at my Twitter and have a look at the flag there, and some of the comments that come through. That was quite funny. Quite funny.
Okay, I'll check that out then.
Yeah, do it, mate. Yeah. Right, Capo, can I ask you a question?
You can ask me a question.
Brentford away on Saturday. What's your prediction and what's your attendance?
You haven't given me time to think.
All right, you have a think. Then stick on the chat box in 5 minutes.
I reckon. Well, what's the capacity of Brentford? Because I've got a feeling it's going to be
not very
quite
much.
full.
No idea, mate. To be honest with you, I've only been there once. I'll tell you when. The last time I went to Brentford was the semi-final, second replay of the Leyland Daft Cup. £94 I paid for that ticket.
Yeah, remember that. Yeah.
1991, 94 quid, 91.
Yeah.
Do you want to have a think about it then, buddy?
Yeah, I'll have a think. But
All
I
right,
think
mate.
a prediction. I'll go for a 2-2.
2-2. Don't forget, on this one, guys, the Brentford score is going to come first. So anybody that's coming up on the shout box, this is it for the second half, guys. It's Brentford away this coming Saturday. Sorry, it's been a sellout for well over 3 weeks now. And let's have your predictions and your attendances. Go on then, Ollie. What you got?
I'm going to go the same with Capo at Desmond 2-2.
2-2 and attendance.
I'll go 8,500.
8,500. All right.
And I have just found a prize that I will donate to the winner of the Brentford attendance and.
Well, we've got a coat, Capo. It's a 50 quid coat. That's going to roll over. So whatever your prize is, we'll take that off you, and we'll do it for the next one. As soon as somebody's won this coat, mate, we'll tell us what it is.
We'll have it for next week. Yeah.
The prize is a signed Birmingham City Curtis Davis signature.
Right, okay, cracking. Yeah, bring that down, dude, and we'll put that on for the next prize then as soon as the coat's gone.
Will do.
But we're going to do this season long now, every single week, whatever games there are. We'll put it out there and give everybody opportunity to guess the score and the attendance, get it within 100 either way on the attendance and get the score right, and the coat will be yours, £50. It's got the price tag still on it. Any more score on the Burnley game?
2-1 to Chelsea.
2-1 to Chelsea, there you go.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a turnaround. Okay. Right, what you been doing on charity work then, Capo?
Well, I've been still trying to sort out everything for this event next week. It's next Monday, so I more than likely won't be able to tune into the show.
Right, okay, there's a snip of news for you then. The Tilton Talk show is going to be on Tuesday next week, okay? So that's, we're having Bank Holiday Monday off, but we are going to continue with the show, obviously, because we want to keep the momentum going, so we're going to be broadcasting out to you on Tuesday next week. So that's Tuesday, 7:30, same time till 9, but no Bank Holiday Monday show. We will put it on Twitter and all the relevant feeds, but there you go, there's the information for you.
Oh, we've got the capacity for Brentford. The capacity is 12,763.
12,763, the capacity for Brentford. So let's have your predictions and let's have your scores, people.
I'll go for 10,700.
700. Okay, matey. All right, yeah, so tell us all about this event that's coming up this weekend then, kiddo.
Right, so Bank Holiday Monday, 1 o'clock till approximately 5 o'clock. At the St. Mia Social Club. Cycling for Harry homecoming event. So we've got 3 bands on, well, not bands, like singers on. We've got some martial arts club who are going to do a little set for us. We've got the rides, we've got food vans, etc. The riders are starting their journey on Friday. Friday. So there's one going from Cornwall back to Birmingham and one team going from Edinburgh to Birmingham. So a 4-day ride, and all renowned for Help Harry Help Others. And me and John Morgan, hosted by Sports Radio Birmingham, are hosting this event. Get yourselves down there. Starts at 1 o'clock, and I've heard the weather is meant to be really nice.
Oh, for a bank holiday weekend? Keep your eye on that, mate. Keep your eye on that. All right then, well done, buddy. We'll catch up with you on Tuesday then. You can give us a rundown on how everything went on Monday, if you can catch your breath. Have yourself a good week. Hope to see you down at Stands on tomorrow night. Yes, tomorrow night. You there?
More than likely, yeah.
All right, mate. If I catch you, I'll catch you. If not, then we'll catch up with you next Tuesday, dude.
Okay.
Take it easy, my good friend. Have a great time next weekend, won't you?
And you.
And we'll talk to you next Tuesday, dude.
Okay, see you.
See you, bud. Take care, mate. Ta-ra, ta-ra.
Cheers, bye.
Right, any predictions and any off anybody else? And Chris, I'll go for you first, please.
I'm going to go for 9,400.
9,400. And the score?
I'm going to go for a 1-0 Blues.
0-1. Okay, me, I'm going to go 9,675. And I'm going to go 0-2 to the Blues. That's my prediction. Okay, anybody else coming in?
Got one from George. You go ahead.
Yeah, he's very confident. He thinks it'll be a sellout, so that was about 12,000, wasn't it?
Yeah,
and
something.
A 4-0.
So sellout, so 12,000. Look at that.
12,763.
763, yeah.
And a 4-0 win for Blues.
0-4.
With the scorers as well he's got. I just looked for it. It's gone down. I think it was a Cadiz hat-trick and a cheeky goal from Cottrell.
Cadiz hat. We're going to make the note of that, and a cheeky goal from Cottrell. And that's 0-4. Nice one, George. I like your optimism. I genuinely do. I hope you pull it off, mate. I hope you win the coat. I really do.
We've got some more.
George to win the coat. That's my prediction.
Stick a pound on it as well.
Yeah, good do. Okay, fire away then with a few more, Chris, before we crack on with the second half of the show.
Chris, Brentford 1-1.
Chris, Chris, is this?
Yeah, Chris. And he's gone for 9,540.
9,540, yep.
And Oliver B has gone for 9,731.
Yep.
2-0 to Blues.
and 0-2. Brilliant. Okay, good stuff. Keep your eye out then, guys. Let me know if any more come through. Don't forget, it's to win a £50 coat. It's hanging up on the wall here. We're ready to give it away. We want to give it away. We're desperate to give it away. All you got to do, predict the score, predict the attendance, get it within 100 either way, get the score right, and the coat is yours. More than one people. Oh, that's great grammar. More than one person who predicts it right, they'll go into a pot or a hat or something, and we'll randomly pour one out. Okay, so there you are. Right.
Capo said something about Celtic, but we're not going to go on about that.
No, not at all.
Moving on.
Not at all. Especially as it's Eve's team as well. I don't think she's listening tonight because she's up in Nairn on holiday. So if you are, or you download, hope you're having a nice time. And don't try and walk out onto the sand at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Where?
I rest my case. I'm saying no more.
Okay.
I'm saying no more, Chris.
Okay.
I'm saying no more.
Have a joke.
Blues ladies, top of the league, played 7 with 17 points. Chelsea up next on the 24th of the 8th at Staines Town. Kick off on that one is 2 o'clock. That's going to be a massive game for the girls, so let's hope that they do well there. Again, we said this last week, everybody predicted the Blues girls to go down. No resources, no nothing. Gaffer up there's doing an absolutely incredible job. And then straight after that, almost, on the... Right, I have got the date here somewhere, I'll give it in a second. On 24th, right, Chelsea, so that's Chelsea up next, and then the Gunners will be entertained up at Solihull Moors. That is on Sunday the 31st of May, again, kick off 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Try and get to that one if we can.
Yeah, maybe Chris can tell us what sort of gates they're getting. For ladies as well. I'd be interested to.
31st of August. That's Bank Holiday weekend, isn't it? Is it Bank Holiday weekend?
Week after.
Week after.
Week after.
Is it week after? All right. Okay. Chris, get in touch with me, and I'll see if I can bring a roaming mic up, and we'll have a bit of a day.
Sure.
We'll have a bit of a day of it. Yeah. All right. Okay. So if you could organise that, Chris, then I'll wait for your message. So just going from strength to strength, top of the league can't be bad, can it?
Brilliant.
Top of the league.
Yeah.
Played 7 games, 17 points from 7 games. Chelsea are in second position. They've played 9 and 17 points. So big game. And if we win this one, that's 8 played, and Chelsea have played 10 with 2 games in hand, and we could then be 3 points ahead with 2 games in hand.
And another European run next season.
Who knows?
That'd be good.
We're all going on a European tour. We haven't sung that for a while, have we?
I haven't been in Europe for a while.
Hang on, we've been in Europe more often in the last 20 years than somebody else quite local to us.
In the group stage, yeah.
Is it really 20 years this year? Is it 20?
Yeah, well, I want to be 20 in October.
Yeah, it's got to be close on.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Do you really want me to type that name into the internet browser?
Tell the listeners what happened when you typed into Chris's laptop in the studio, BBC Sport. Tell the listeners what happened. You tell them. You saw it. I didn't.
Well, it came up with a list of options to do with BBC Sport, and the first one was BBC Sport Aston Villa.
What have you been doing, Chris, in your spare time?
I ain't got a clue.
Please don't say.
I'll blame GA because he's not here.
It might have been him, mightn't it?
Might be. Yeah, could have been.
It was him. It was him.
Yeah,
How is he, by the way?
He's okay. Yeah, he's
Grand.
okay.
Best regards, Jay. Looking forward to getting you back in the studio as soon as you. Sorry, excuse me. As soon as you like, mate, because we miss our little Villa connection in here, don't we?
We do, yeah.
Bless him.
I'll just throw things at him every now and again. We've got another prediction in.
Okay, fire that one for me.
This is from Gabriel.
Yeah.
He's gone for a 2-2 as well.
He's gone for 2-2. Yeah.
Attendance 9,800 exactly.
9,800.
Oh, an update from Chris as well regarding the gates. He said the attendances have improved since the move to Solihull, just under 1,000 roughly. So
okay.
That's okay.
And if you could answer this one then, Chris, what were they at Stratford?
200,
300, 400, I think.
It was about 200, 300, 400, yeah.
I think, but Chris will know.
I'm just like, when I was there, it was about 300, the last one I went to.
I think, I'm sure Chris will let us know that in a minute anyway. So, but that's not bad, is it? 1,000 turning up,
no,
right?
That's not bad. No,
and like I say, Sports Radio Birmingham will be taking a roaming mic, hopefully to that game on the 31st, when we entertain Arsenal. That'll be the fourth time I think that I've seen Blues ladies play Arsenal.
Oliver said I am no longer his uncle.
Good lad, Oliver. Good lad. Did ask Gabriel last week to have a look at the youth setup and see who was coming through, but unfortunately, as I say, he's cracked his ankle or done something with his ankle. So
fell over his wallet.
Fell over his wallet. And tripped on his bell-bottom trousers and, with his with his
Just got a picture of him
with his
in my-
platform shoes
Yeah,
on
his
and
platforms, yeah,
his
yeah.
tartan Bay City rollers.
That's good to hear. Oh, we can't say good.
Right, okay, so Ollie, I know you've been looking at the Blues youth recently, so what you got, kiddo?
Yeah, well, today the development squad, they drew 1-1 with QPR that's the under-21s league. Packwood scored an equaliser after QPR took the lead in the first half, and according to Colin Tatum, we dominated the game, so we should have won it. So that's quite positive.
It is positive. Nice to see Will Packwood getting on the score sheet. I did actually have that as the whole game as a little like talking subject that we were going to go through.
Well,
But, you know,
with Gunning being out, for at least 6 months.
it's 6 months.
Yeah, that's what they've said.
Right, I've not caught again because I work in the daytime. It's really difficult for me to catch up with the news and that.
So
Eek.
he could, potentially he's going to
Take
be
that
fourth
place.
choice
Yeah.
centre half now probably. So hopefully he'll get a few more chances.
Anybody else coming through?
Well, in that side there was Hancock's, Riley, Packwood, as we said. Amari,
Three names that roll off the tongue. They're synonymous with Birmingham
Yeah.
City Football Club. There.
Amari Bell, who's been recalled from Mansfield,
Yeah,
so hopefully he could be a prospect coming through. I only saw him in one game last year against
Well, I've
Leicester.
heard that the club are looking to move him on. I don't know.
Yeah, because he's been recalled apparently because he didn't get enough game time.
Well, he didn't feature in the first
Yeah.
3 games at Mansfield at all, so they didn't use him. So what's the point in being there, to be perfectly
Oh,
honest
yeah,
with you? So
I suppose.
we might as well have him back and see what we can do with him.
Yeah.
And if we can do anything with him, then hey ho, yeah, well and good. If I can't, well, that's just how football works, isn't it? It's a vicious business.
Kidderminster thought he did well last year, so maybe
Yeah.
if they wanted to take him back, would be quite a good thing. But also played was Reece Brown, Ollie Lee, Johnston, who we talked about last week.
Yeah.
They don't think he's quite ready yet to.
Step up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then Shinny was a senior player that played, but
I reserve judgment a little bit about Shinny because I back on the show when he, this time last year, I was expecting him Shinny to shine, so to speak, and he hasn't really, has he?
there's no Shiniesta, is he? Like we said.
No. I remember him being called that, and it's unfortunate, I think, but it's just one that hasn't worked at the minute.
Yeah, it didn't last very long, that nickname, did it?
Shiniesta, no. Shame, because if he'd have come into the side and made the kind of immediate impact that Davis has made, then it'd have been a whole different story. But it's just I don't know about him yet.
And in I think it was March time, I went to the Birmingham Under-18 Youth Cup match. I think it was the 3rd round. They're playing at Everton away.
So you travelled all the way up to Goodison?
Well,
to that way?
I'm at uni in
of course you are,
Warrington, so it is not too far. Just a
walking
half
distance.
hour?
Walking distance.
Yeah, just a train ride away. So
Was many there?
no, only probably friends and families,
Yeah.
about 100 people.
Interesting.
So, but there was a couple that stood out that day. Truman, who's the goalkeeper, he played well, I thought. He played for the under-21s today.
Right. How did he get on today, Jimmy?
Well, that doesn't say on
No,
the match
all right, no
reports,
worries.
but yeah. And then Viv Solomon Atabor, that's a great name. He's a winger in the same sort of mould as Gray and Redmond. Loves to beat a man, plays on the left but it's right-footed. That sort of
Plays on the left, but it's right-footed. That's a bit weird.
yeah. Well, we've got that with Gray and had it with Redmond as well.
In my footballing career, I'm completely and utterly left-footed, right? And I could only ever play on the wing.
Or left back.
Yeah, definitely.
In the changing
left
room.
out. It was my new position, left out. I couldn't kick a ball, save my life, kid.
Yeah, and there's a couple of good midfielders as well. Liam Truslove, who played today as well.
Heard the name, yeah.
Yeah, he played quite well, was solid. And what was his name? McFarlane. He scored a cracking goal in the round before to beat Cheltenham away, and held the ball up well and looked good going in behind, a bit like what Thomas does, that sort of mould, if you want to. So yeah, I think it's quite bright. Maybe not this season they'll come through because we've got quite a good squad this season. We've got 2 players in every position, I'd say.
We always seem to have a good youth squad, but then as soon as they
Yeah.
develop and become first team players, take Redmond for an example, someone just comes and nicks them. Because we can't retain. We have no method of retaining these people.
And that's the problem with the takeover. One of the many problems with it is that we're just going to have players poached all the time
Just
and
picked off like strawberries in a field.
Yeah.
That's a nice analogy, isn't it?
yeah.
Any more predictions in, Chris, please?
I don't think there is. There's something regarding Shinny from George Blue. He says, I don't really rate Shinny. I think we've got the wrong brother.
Yeah. Who is that?
Chelsea winning 3-1, is it?
Chelsea winning 3-1.
Yeah. Ivanovic has just scored.
Okay. Well, with just about 20 minutes of the show to go, I have no idea where that time has just gone to. It's just flown past. I think I just feel so much better than I did last week. Yeah, so much better than last week, darlings. And so the next thing on the agenda then is tickets have been announced for the Sunderland Carling Cup game. Carling Cup, and season ticket holders will be £10 all parts of the ground, non-season ticket holders £12. Excuse me, when I say all areas of the ground, it's only the Cop and the Tilton that are open thus far, and that could obviously change if we do up the ante and get a big crowd in. I don't think we will. We'll come to the predictions for that one when it comes round. But second round of the Carling Cup, I can't see it being a biggie.
Yeah, well, last season when we played Swansea and Stoke, we probably didn't really fill either of those two stands, so it's right that they're doing that. And I think Sunderland...
I did both of those games last year, yeah. 4-4 the Stoke one, wasn't it? Then penalties,
yeah. And I think Sunderland will take a few to St Andrews, so...
They will do, and obviously, with little Sebi Larsson coming back down to the fold, I'm sure that will increase our crowd by 12.
13 maybe. 14.
It's the first time that Clark's been a manager or a player against Sunderland since, and we all know what happened when he had to leave Sunderland.
Remind us.
Do you really want to? Yeah. Well, I can't say.
I read it.
I can't say a word.
Isn't there a video out with him with the shirt on?
Yeah, well, he was at Sunderland at the time, and for the '98 FA Cup final, I think it was, that sort of time, Newcastle were in it, and as a Newcastle fan, he went to it, even though he was at Sunderland. And not only that, he had a T-shirt on that said "Sad Macum
something
beat."
Yeah.
And obviously pictures were taken, and he was...
It's a bit Paul Tate-esque, isn't it?
Yeah.
But worse.
Yeah, a lot worse.
Yeah, he was run out of town the day after, probably.
So, Sunderland to face Birmingham City then, or at home in the Carling Cup, as I call it, and I always like to refer to it as that, the three-handled Carling Cup that once was adorned with those beautiful blue and white ribbons. Can we do it again this year, do you think?
What, win it?
Yeah.
No.
Probably not.
No.
Probably not.
No, definitely not.
You're saying...
We're still in it. We're still in it.
Yeah, we can't win it.
Bradford got through to the final last year, Chris. Now, come on.
Yeah.
Anything is possible.
I think
Anything
they own
at
most
all.
of their players, though.
Huh?
I think they own most of their players. I think they had a proper chairman as well.
All them little plastic flags that got wasted up the street.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Well, what's happening to Peter Pano? Is he leaving?
I'm coming on to Peter Pano in a minute. No more predictions in yet?
Not yet, no.
No. Okay, all right. Okay, so that was the next topic of subject, actually, Chris. How did you read my mind there?
Oh, I'm psychic. I'm septic.
Septic. Like a septic tank.
Yeah.
Okay, so Peter Panu reportedly not to be having his very lucrative contract renewed at the end of September. Shrouded in mystery, according to the Birmingham Mail. Well, the whole ownership issue is shrouded in mystery as far as I can see it. There's still no movement on the sale of the club, so if he leaves, who will be in charge?
But he's not leaving.
Is he not leaving? What do you know then? Because you must know
He's still staying on.
Oh, right.
He's still staying on as a director.
What, with no money?
Well, I don't think so. Do you?
I don't think so.
That'll be renegotiated. But he's staying on as a director.
Right. And where have you had that confirmed from?
Oh, it's common knowledge.
It's
common knowledge. Yeah.
Mondays, Sundays, between Friday and Monday, Chris. I'm almost.
It's in the Birmingham Mail, even in the Birmingham Mail. You know, they get it wrong most times. So.
Yeah. Don't know then.
Yeah.
Don't know. Does anybody else know? Peter Panu, what's happening with him?
Well, I hope it is reduced if he is going to renew his contract. Like not money wise, but negotiated down because he was
What's he on, 60,000, 70,000 £70,000 a week? Something like that?
Well, he was the highest Midlands paid chairman.
It's second highest, I think, in football, isn't he?
Yeah, to be honest,
In football.
Chelsea. Yeah.
In football. That's not. That's in football.
Oh yeah.
Only happened to us, couldn't it?
Why does he need that much money anyway? He's got a job on MasterChef.
Don't start me on money. Has he got a job on MasterChef? Oh, yes, he has. Yeah. Talk for a minute.
Part-time.
Talk for a minute.
Sorry for making Chris laugh.
Oh, dear me. I would start choking there. Yeah, very nice, very nice. What a shambles! What a complete and utter shambles! It still is. We're still none the wiser. And like we said in here last week, and I don't like to disrespect the club in this way, but the announcement of these super takeover was made just before the season ticket prices were announced. Season ticket prices, I thought, were quite fair this time round.
Yeah.
Were quite fair. So I don't think, and if it was, I'm coming to him in a minute. And if it was that was purposely dropped out at that time, then I think that was a bad tactic by the club. If that was the case, right?
Well, it's not getting people on side, is it? In the long term,
months down the line, we're still sat here. Every single day that I've sat in this studio, for every single program that we've done, we're going to count the programs, by the way, for next week. Well, Chris is going to count all the files, so find out where we go, so that we can keep a tally on how many we've done. I think that would have been a bad ploy by the club to do that and to leave us once again dingly-dangly. We're sort of like in limbo land, nowhere. Haven't got a clue what's going on. Everything's gone so quiet, Chris. Right? And I read into the story. I only just picked a Twitter feed up earlier about the Panu scenario the other day. Sorry. And I read into it and I thought, well, perhaps he is leaving. Perhaps the club is going to be sold. Perhaps that's why he's leaving. Perhaps there's something going on. Perhaps there's nothing going on. This is the problem at Birmingham City. You haven't got a clue. We never know. We never know. We know nothing. Nothing. If anybody out there knows something, let Sports Radio Birmingham know so that we can tell the world.
And the problem is when something does come out of the club, it is him that says it. So if he's not there anymore, then who's going to tell us what's going on?
Andy Walker, I hope.
Well, he's not official enough to.
Yeah.
I like Andy. He's a nice guy. Yeah. Friend of the show, Andy Walker. Friend of the show. There
Get
you
him
go.
back on.
Get him back on one week.
Yeah.
Because social media's taken several hits, several different directions. We've now got Blues Hive. Anyway, we'll come back to that in a minute. Yeah, going back to that's how I feel. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And people couldn't see my face doing that, but it was like, what is going on? Please, somebody, please tell the fans who deserve to know what is going on.
I've got the quote from the Mail.
Quote me the Mail then, my friend.
Pano, though, would still remain as a director of Birmingham International Holdings Limited and on the Blues board.
Oh, right.
There you
go. It's a short quote.
Yeah, I know. They've shortened it.
Oh well. Onwards and upwards. Or is there an onwards and upwards with this scenario? Are we going to have to wait the 6 or however many years that Carson has to serve in prison before he comes out, before something does happen? What would happen if he ever came back?
He might be saving all his money while he's inside.
His pocket money?
Yeah, saving all his pocket money because he ain't spending it.
All his fag money?
And then when he comes out, I'll buy the Blues.
Again.
Back.
Cheaper than
what I paid
for it last time. We are bad. Oh, it's only a bit of fun. But no, it's still worrying times because we've got a manager there who I think he's tried his best. I think he's trying his best. Bless him. I know he's got his knockers. I know he's got his haters. But what can you do with nothing? You can't do a great deal with nothing, can you?
If we'd have lost the last 2 games, what would you be saying now?
I would hate this, right? I would have hated it, Chris.
Truthfully. Would you be saying it's probably time for a change?
I probably might be by now. If No, let's not talk about it. Look, we just
I'm
want
just
to.
saying, just
All right, okay. All right.
Save it for when we've lost a game.
No, don't. Let's not lose a game. Let's not lose a game. Or see, let's get promoted to the Premier League. Why not?
Why not?
We're Birmingham City. We'll fight till the end.
The FA might care about us a bit more.
Yeah.
There's a flying pig.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, Chris. I really don't know. I think 3, maybe 4 games in, I would have been writing what Docker writes and written for the last 3 years, because it couldn't continue to be sustainable. Now this is Lee Clark's team. He's put this team together. Okay, 2 wins, 1 loss. That's not a bad record. If you average that out over that's top 6 material. I know 1 was against.
It's pretty subliminal.
Well, we've had 1 win, 1 loss in the league. Let's look at it like that then. Okay, so we've got a 50% record. Yeah, that's at least a halfway place. At least a halfway place based on those 2 results. Yeah, got to be surely. Yeah.
Well, they say that's what you should win your home games and then get what you can away. Don't they? That's what someone that used to manage us while we're in the Premiership said.
Yeah.
And we did pretty well under him for a bit.
We did, which I'm eternally grateful for. But again, with him, all right, McJudas, McRelegator, rumours that he might be going to Huddersfield.
Yeah.
We've got a few questions to get through as well.
We'll come to the questions about 2 minutes,
right,
Christopher.
okay.
Yeah, so there are rumours that he's off to Huddersfield. Ex-Blues boss Judas McRelegator linked with the vacant Huddersfield job as Mark Robbins became the first casualty this season after just 90 minutes. Right, questions, let's take them. Quick, we've got 10 minutes left.
George Blue regarding if we'd lost 3 games on the bounce, what would you do? George said he'd have wanted him out. He also asks who's the Greek fella.
Panos
Pavarotti.
Yes.
Pavarotti.
Go on, you say.
Panos Pavlakis.
Okay, whatever it is, explain what his duties are.
I don't know.
That's as much as we know about our club.
I just know he was on the pitch after the Bolton game.
Yeah.
Saying Weldon's Clark. That's about it.
Well, there you go.
And he's on Twitter as well.
Is he? I might seek him
Is
out.
he?
I might seek him out.
Okay. That's a problem.
Any more questions, sir?
Ian Holloway, wish we'd got him. He's done the trick with Norwell.
Holloway, yeah, I always liked Holloway as a manager, and he was a kind of bright spark that we probably needed. We need a character at St
He'd have
Andrews.
been great
right?
down the Blues. I loved him.
I have got on my wall, on my office wall, right, the Barry Fry picture with all the legends around it, right, and you still look up there and you think they were fun times, weren't they? They were. It defines what Birmingham City is, yeah. And we're going through the similar kind of scenario. That at that time, the stadium was being rebuilt and there was things happening, and the east side of Birmingham was starting to regenerate. And,
minus the fun.
Minus, yeah. But there were good times. There were good, funny times down at St Andrews, and every time that Barry Fry was interviewed, you knew that it was compelling to watch it. You had to watch Barry Fry's interviews. He had some crackers. He had some absolutely darling times.
Oh yeah.
But like I say, this is now. We're out of that era now. We're in the Lee Clark era. That's where we are. We have just won 2 at home. Let that sink in, all right, because that's what's just happened. All right, I know it's a little bit unbelievable, but that's what's just happened. We have won 2 at home. Okay, we lost away at Middlesbrough. Could that have been the influence of Adiami and the upsetting of the team there, and first day nerves, this, that, and the other? We can surely only build on these 2 wins that we've just had. Surely. We ain't going to win every single game. I'm not expecting Birmingham City Football Club to win every single game.
You sound like you think it'll happen.
However, I would love them to. And you would, Chris. Yeah. But we've got to be realistic, right? This is a mishmash Bosman Blues team that's been hacked and pulled together from all corners of the earth, so to speak. But they are chosen by Lee Clark. I would like to see the guy have funds to go out to the marketplace and see what he could actually bring in to improve that squad to push on and get away from the zone of relegation, and then start to really properly build again.
Yeah, well, if something with a takeover was to happen, I think he deserves the chance to have money.
100% he does. 100%.
He's gone through enough troubles without money.
There'll be joys and sorrows too.
Yeah.
Any more predictions? Any more questions?
Oliver reckons that Huddersfield will come calling for
Judas.
No.
What, Lee Clark?
66 to 1 I saw earlier for that job.
66 to 1, and they've got to pay a year's
Good odds.
contract out.
Yeah.
Chris, I know someone in the flooring trade, and they were asked to do work in the Legends Lounge for Blues, but instead of payment were offered cash alternatives such as season tickets and discounted exec boxes. Club has no money left.
We know, we know that. I mean, that's a given. But
Well, I don't know. We were told they were running a profit, weren't they? The actual club.
I think the club is. It's obviously funding that we can't get. We can't get any finance from above us, so to speak, because it's none there. There's nothing there, and they've asset stripped the place, haven't they? I mean, you've only got to look at my Twitter feed and see that poor flag. There's about a quarter of the flag left. That's all that's left of it. And I'll see if I can get it and stick it on a post, Chris, somewhere if we could. So we know that the situation is absolutely dire. But again, go back with an investor, with some money behind him. I do think Lee Clark could do a pretty decent job. He has got an eye for talent. He has, without a doubt.
We need money. We need money more than anything.
Yeah. There you go, Chris. There's the flag at St Andrews. I'll send it you in a minute so you can put it on your...
Right, okay.
That's it.
Okay. Sorry, starting it.
Have a look at it. It's on the Cop Corner, just by the Blues shop, just behind the Blues shop. Have a look yourself next time you go. It's a sorry state to see.
Terrible.
It is. And that sort of epitomises my thoughts about Birmingham City Football Club. Sadly, it is part of you there. It takes away your very essence.
Yeah.
Listening to Radio West Midlands on the way in tonight, Chris, and it was 25 minutes before the words Birmingham and City were joined together in a sentence. 25 minutes of the show passed. That's why Sports Radio Birmingham dedicates a full 1.5 hours to Birmingham City Football Club every week, every Monday, but don't forget it's going to be Tuesday next week, every Monday between 7:30 and 9 o'clock, so that we can keep you up to date, you can keep us, entertained and have a bit of fun, and it's all about the love of one football club, Birmingham City Football Club. That's it, nothing else. We rarely mention anybody else on here. We do mention them occasionally.
Yeah.
Still glad Man United got beat. I don't care about Man United, not that much. And yet TalkSport dedicates so much time to them. Well, the Tilton Talk Show and Sports Radio Birmingham dedicate their sole effort, apart from Capo's show, which is Midlands Football Roundup. The Tilton Talk Show talks about Birmingham City. That is it. That is what we want. We're Birmingham City. We'll talk to the end. There you go.
Is that flag on your Facebook?
It's on my Twitter.
Oh, it's on your Twitter. Right, okay.
Yeah, it's on my Twitter account, Chris.
I'll give it
And another thing I must get hold of Andy Walker about as well is I've been complaining about it for 2 years, the awful sound system in the Tilton Road. It is chronic. I mean, if they want to borrow some speakers off me, I'll gladly come down with a couple of tripods. You know what I mean? It's chronic. You can't hear a single word anybody's saying. It's like wrong in this day and age. I work in sound all over the weekends. I do live band sound, I do DJing sound, blah 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 blah, and I am a little bit of a perfectionist as far as letting a customer hear something properly. But this is wrong. We need to get it sorted. I know we haven't got any money for it. And the parody account on this flag, Chris, Peter Pan Who, I'm sure you've all heard of him.
Yeah.
Said, how much is that going to cost me to repair? I said, well, it shouldn't break the budget, but we might have to flog a player or two to get there.
I think I might
love it. Right, okay, so picture of flags going up on the shout box right this minute, so you'll be able to see it in a second. But do see it with your own eyes. It's quite comical, really.
Okay, there's a link. Just click
even
on the
to
link.
think that we're a championship football club and can't fly a flag. I'll have a whip round. We'll buy them a new flag.
We should start a campaign.
Well, it shouldn't be though, should it?
No.
That's your image, yeah. That's one of the first things I saw as a football supporter when I came. And I'll criticise a club where I think it needs criticised. I don't care.
An old sock.
I've got a problem with it,
wasn't it? It's like an old sock.
It is. It's not even a quarter of a flag, is it?
It's a joke.
Sign of the times at Blues at the moment.
It is. Anything right? Okay, what we got then on the shout box before we go?
Before we go, Chris has been very brave and said something that not many people say, and other people deny, really. and that's any money that comes into Blues goes straight to BIHL. Now,
I thought that wasn't the case, actually.
Well, yeah, we've been told this.
Yeah, we have been told that, yeah. Maybe that's a debating point we'll have next Tuesday. Don't forget, we're going to be here Tuesday next week, not next Monday. Get yourselves down to the game tomorrow night. Let's get that crowd exactly to what I predicted.
Yeah.
Which is 14,212. So just make up the numbers for me and get down there. I like the look of the code, but I will give it away. If I win it. There you go. That's my promise. I'm only in that for a bit of fun. But don't forget then, next Tuesday night, 7 rather through till 9. Ollie, thanks ever so much. Get well soon. Gabriel, thanks, buddy. Thanks, Chris, for keeping the shout box going, and yourself, Ollie, as well. It's been absolutely marvellous tonight. Time has flown.
Busy on
what a difference 2 wins make.
Yeah.
What a difference 2 wins make. Now, let's see if we can do it tomorrow. Let's keep right on to the end of that road. Keep smiling. Keep the faith. Always, 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 always be blue. Never anything else. Good night. God bless. Take care. See you next Tuesday. Good night.
See ya.